No, prepared as well as we can. Obviously, being a AFC national team window, we only received the players on Monday lunchtime, so we're a little bit late in preparations, if you like. That's normal for the national team with players that play in China or play in Hong Kong. So we have to prepare quick. You know, we just try and get messages across tactically, give ourselves the best chance. Nice flight over. Trying to give the players some good food, some good recovery, and some good information to hopefully put on a good performance tomorrow. So we're in good spirits. Lads are happy and well, and we look forward.
Anyone who hears something from the right part?
Thank you. It's great to go to Bangladesh for the first time in my life. Hospitality is great. I'm very excited for the game. I know the home fans attached it. Can't wait for the game. So hopefully we'll get up to the game.
Match, away match against a relatively unfamiliar opponent. Bangladesh often doesn't play very much, and with the inclusion of some foreign players for Bangladesh, how do you rate your challenges tomorrow?
Like every game, we're confident. We're confident in our team, our shape, our spirit. We understand that Bangladesh are a good side. Recently, I've had the fortune or the pleasure of welcoming Hamza Chowdhury to the side. They also have a good Canadian Premier League team player, league player should I say, in their side. And they're a fit, willing, eager side. It's going to be tough. The crowd will play its part. Obviously, Bangladesh travel away is never easy. But we're confident in our ability to put a good performance. We'll never guarantee a result, but we'll be doing everything we can to make sure we're doing as much as possible to put us in good stead for the home tie as well.
Coach, my question to coach, considering the ranking, if you lose the game, do you think it will be an upset for you?
No, I don't think so. I think both teams are on a rise. Bangladesh are in a different place from where they were 18 months ago. They've got a bit of stability now and a coach that's been here for a while. He likes to play football. Like we mentioned, there's been a few new players. So rankings to me are irrelevant. We lost to Liechtenstein. We were 203 in the world at the time, but Liechtenstein play all their football in Europe. So we don't look at rankings. We just look at teams. We look at individuals. We do our work correctly, and it doesn't matter who you play. Sometimes you catch teams on the rise, and you have to make your best to get results. There's not 100 places between us, so we're not playing someone that's miles away from us. And as we know, football, anything can happen. Everything plays its part: crowd, atmosphere, stadium, travel, food, conditions, weather, which will be the same as when we go back to Hong Kong. So nothing's a given in football, and for me, there's not lots between the teams.
Suppose, as you know, Bangladesh include Leicester City midfielder Hamza Chowdhury. So, have you planned to against Hamza Chowdhury?
No, not at all. We're aware of his ability. Most of his football in England is at right back as a defender. We know you play him in midfield. You can play as a defensive midfielder, but it's about a team. One player doesn't make a team. Same as us. We have good individuals, but we try and concentrate on a collective team spirit. We try and use our substitutes wisely, but we need our substitutes and our squad players when we go back to Hong Kong. For me, it's about a team. It's not about a person.
Yeah, coach, for example, Bangladesh, already you practice today in the match ground. What do you think about the ground's quality and overall the atmosphere? And do you think that Bangladesh can be your real threat because Bangladesh already has only one player?
No, I think the pitch could have been better. Of course, Bangladesh as a federation have been using it every single day, which is not good, which is bad ethics really. I know you're supposed to leave the pitch for at least 2 or 3 days before an AFC Cup qualifying game, which the Bangladesh Federation chose not to do, so I'm not quite sure where that fits within the rules, but I'm sure it's not correct. And they probably made the pitch a little bit worse. But at the end of the day, 2 teams have got to play on it. Bangladesh are a good side, they'll be used to the pitch more than us because they've kind of set up camp on there for the last 9 days, which is not correct. So we'll be looking to play our normal game, and we don't really care too much about the pitch. We're just trying to concentrate on what we can control, and that's ourselves.
Regarding that, Bangladesh is only 1 point. Just do you think that can be Bangladesh real threat for the team?
Well, Bangladesh have got 1 point, but they should have had 2. We watched the Singapore game. You know, they had a penalty in the 92nd minute that they didn't get, which was a definite penalty. You know, they had a fantastic chance. It fell to Hamza Chowdhury in the 95th minute. They didn't score. And they did enough in the last 15 minutes of that game to draw with Singapore, which is what we did. So we know that they're a tough opponent, and we have to be our best to beat them because they're a good side and they should have got a point against Singapore.
Coach, as you know that some overseas player in this Hong Kong squad, like some Brazilian player, some Japanese player. How many overseas players in this squad?
I think the last time I looked, we have 23 Hong Kong to China players. I'm not quite sure about Japanese, but everybody in my team holds a Hong Kong passport, which is the rules. So it doesn't really matter. We just concentrate on what we are. We don't compare away from. You know, all my players are from Hong Kong, and they're the rules, to be fair.
Coach, welcome to Bangladesh. Coach, you have a vast experience in playing in England. Then you have a very good experience coaching in the South Asian region. So Hamza Chowdhury, he has done 2 sides experience. He played in the England English leagues, and now he's playing in the South Asian country representing Bangladesh. So if Hamza Chowdhury was in your side, if Hamza was in your squad, where would you play him?
Probably on the bench.
So Coach, you are a familiar face in this region for your television commentary, and you're one of the most popular one here, and you're very good with your predictions. If I ask you about the prediction of tomorrow's match, what would you say?
To be honest, I wouldn't predict because that would be disrespecting Bangladesh. We know they're a good side. We're just trying to put on a good performance with the right attitude and with the right respect. If we don't do that, we'll get beat, that's for sure. That's a prediction. If we don't play to our maximum, if our players turn up with the wrong attitude, we don't have the right desire, we'll get beat, and that's a prediction which will definitely happen. So we need to concentrate on ourselves. We need to make sure we play as well as we can, and if we do, we'll give Bangladesh a very, very good game and a very tough game. But it's all about us performing on the day, which is something I can actually control.
Last question.
Coach, your team future is Brazil, Argentina, and Ukraine. So how effectively Bangladesh will
No, I mean, it doesn't matter which origins we have. I came to this job with a kind of a style and a game plan and a plan that I like to instill. Whether that's with the ball or without the ball, we try and stick to that. We try and remain consistent, and it's more like players trying to fit into the team ethics and the methodology that we want. That's hard working, that's playing with the right side, playing in the right way, chasing, being collective, and coming back together and making it hard for opposition. And that doesn't matter away from, that's the kind of brand that we try and play football with.
Last question.
Bangladesh captain said that this is your diamond for them. Do you think it's a challenge? It's a challenge for them. Bangladesh captain said this is your diamond for them. Do you think it's a challenge for them?
No, I mean, predominantly if you pick up points away from home when you win your home games, that normally stands you in good stead. It's not a long league campaign, but I know in the past when I've had league campaigns as a manager, you average 2 points a game, you more or less normally win the league. Obviously there's only 6 games in this mini league, but if we win our home games and pick up points away from home, then I'm sure that will stand us very, very close to qualifying. So it's not do or die for us, but we like to play every game to win. We never turn up to draw, we never turn up to lose, of course. We try and win every game, but a point away at Singapore was good. A point away from here will be good, but of course we're trying to get through.
One more question. Coach, how do you feel about Bangladesh in these few days?
No, it's been good. As Jesse said, you know, he's been really welcoming. The people have been great. You know, the people at our hotel have been great. The people at the airport. You know, the place as a whole is good. I've got a lot of experience in this part of the world. You know, I've worked in India, I've worked in Bangalore, Mumbai. I worked in Calcutta, it's not too far, and you know, it's something we embrace as a federation, as a side, as human beings. It's a pleasure to come to places like this, and we respect Bangladesh for everything we have.
ভাই একটা কনফারেন্সে এতবার বলেন আমি কি বলছি
Okay, finally, we'll take just one last question to the player, JC, the boy.
Okay. Mr. Player, how do you rate this group? Bangladesh may draw with India, your team may draw with Singapore, and Hong Kong beat also India, and Singapore beat Bangladesh. How do you rate this group?
I think this group is quite even in ability. It's one of the harder groups. You see that different teams are having different results against there's no better team, I feel like. But like you said, we go to each game to try to get 3 points, and each game is very important. So I think this group's going to be very competitive.